Welcome to Darshan America, folks. We come to you from Washington, D.C. My name is Ramesh Bhutani. Capitol Hill. Almost every one of you know what happens there, who governs from there, but Capitol Hill itself is a great big society where the people work within it, have fun too. Yeah, they make laws, yeah, they take your money, but they have fun too. Every year, the newspaper called The Hill has a competition as to who are the 50 most beautiful people on the Hill. Well, we have one of the most 50 beautiful people. Her name is Anu Wakalanka, and she is in our studios. And welcome.
Thank you.
Wow, you are beautiful.
Thanks.
But tell me a little bit about yourself. Anu, where did you come from? How did you land up in Washington, D.C.?
I was born in India. I was raised in the Netherlands. I came here to do my undergrad, and then right after I decided, okay, I don't know what to do with my art school degree, so let me go into graduate school. And I did my master's in political science, and I somehow ended up there.
What do you do on the Hill?
Well, I work for the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom, and I help with the media relations aspect of things.
What is one thing that your commission has done that people will be aware of?
I'm not sure how aware they will be, but I think we just recently did a press release on North Korea, just the North Korean refugees and their situation right now.
You know, there are a lot of young people that like to work on Capitol Hill. They want to go there. What is it like working there? Is it like 20 hours of work and no time to yourself? Or is it fun to work there?
I would term it as feast or famine. You know, I mean, not necessarily famine, but some days are just, I think like with every job, some days are just really busy and some days are just not. I think that you could say that with every job, but I think that very much applies to my job at least.
Now, let's talk about the contest. You know, I mean, folks, we all know Congress makes law, and power is always beautiful. Tell me a little bit about how did this contest run?
I think someone is supposed to nominate you. They just gave me a call saying, hey, you're nominated. Would you like to come in for a photo shoot? And I did. And they told me that they would notify me if I needed to come in for an interview, and I had to. Actually, I had a phone interview. And I don't know how the process works. I thought it was supposed to be on a Friday, but I found out Wednesday that, you know, one of my friends was like, oh, by the way, did you read the paper? And that's what happened.
A leaked report.
A leaked report, yeah. And then I read the paper, and I was like, oh, my goodness, I'm awesome.
So, how many pictures did they take? Was it a photo shoot for an hour or so?
No. It was not for an hour. It was like 5 minutes or something. But they took a fair number of pictures, so I think they had a bunch to choose from, and then they chose that one.
Some of the coats that you had in here were kind of interesting. I am an Indian. I came out of the womb wearing eyeliner.
Well, you know, I like to think that my sense of humor is just dry and witty and sarcastic, but I don't know. You know how for Indian children they always put eyeliner?
Yes, kajol, whatever that,
yeah. It started from birth. I love it.
By the way, that was a very good quote. But you also said, it makes the world a better place because it's pretty, and it makes you look pretty in a moment. It makes you feel girly, fun, and cute. You're talking about makeup, I guess.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your makeup history. How did you get involved in it? You got a website called IndianMakeUpDiva.
Well, actually, I've always loved art. I'm an artist because I'm one of those people who loves to be, you know, I like to create. I like to find a way to express my creativity. I like to have a canvas to portray what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking and to visualize something like that. So for me, it's more the being in control of the artistic image. Always has been. And ever since I was a kid, you know, I used to draw in the air because I had this sudden epiphany. I'm not saying I'm a great artist, but I'm saying that it's something that I'm really, really interested in. My passions are oil painting and photography, and that's a very expensive hobby, especially when you're in graduate school and you're paying your bills and paying your tuition. And at that point, it's like, okay, so where you know, I have to make sure that I get to pay next year's tuition. So it didn't work out that well in that time. I couldn't really invest in my stuff, so I just tried to find another creative outlet, and that was makeup. So, you know, someone paying you to be all artistic, I think I can do that. So I think that's where it came from. You know,
I was on your website. Folks, up there, she says that she never got to play with the Barbie dolls when she was young. She's always wanted to do that. Tell me about that particular incident you talk about when your cousin asked you, she's going to be a bride, can you please do makeup on her? Did you take all the makeup material?
Yeah, I
from here?
think, yes, I did. It was in India, and I took all my stuff, and I think it weighed quite a bit. But, you know, I did for her and for a couple of people in the wedding as well, so that was fun.
One of the things I noticed all my life, folks, and this is just a general statement I'm making, girls in South India don't put makeup on.
No, they don't.
They don't,
They
right?
don't. The thing is, they're also really, really stylish, I find. A lot more stylish than I can ever aspire to be. I think they're very well put together, so they understand. I think it's like my mother and my grandmother's generation who are very uptight about, not uptight, but they just are not very familiar with these things. So they tend to shy away from it, and they always question it. And, you know, I think people evolve, and it's easy to convince my husband's cousin, but not so much my mother. I actually just recently convinced her to wear some face cream, and she's in her 50s, so, you know, it's a long process when it comes to the older generation, but not